One of the biggest principles of the spinal flow technique is that spinal blockages affect your health, your healing, and create disease, illness, and symptoms in your body. There are three causes of spinal blockages: physical stress, chemical stress, and emotional stress. So when we have stress in our lives, what happens is that stores as a spinal blockage. And you know yourself, like when there's stress in your life, you say, you know what, I can't process this now. I can't deal with this now. I'm going to put it to the back of my mind so I can deal with it, process it later. Where's the back of our minds? The back of our minds is our spine, our nervous system. So this is our spine, our nervous system. We've got our brain through here, and this is our spine, is a continuation of the brain that comes all the way through. That's the yellow that you can see here. Around the spine is a spinal column. When there's stress in our lives that's not processed, that's not dealt with, what happens is that stores as a spinal blockage. When there's a spinal blockage through here, it's like there's an interference in the messages. There's interference with the messages of the brain coming through to the body. And spinal blockages therefore create an interference with their nerve supply. So for example, if this nerve is coming out, we say for example down here, if this nerve is coming out to the digestive system, if there's a spinal blockage through here, that can interfere with the nerves that are coming to maybe the colon, maybe the large intestine. Therefore, that could also cause, it may cause, diarrhea or anything to do with, constipation, anything to do with the large intestine there. If there's a blockage through this area up the top in your neck, it may interfere with, movement in your neck. It may interfere with any, headaches or migraines. So spinal blockages interfere. When there's a spinal blockage, it creates a blockage to the pathway where that nerve needs to come out to the muscle cells, tissues, organs, and glands. So spinal blockages are what we look for in the spinal flow technique. In the spinal flow technique, we're looking to help our clients get healthy, get well, and move towards greater health and healing. We know for sure that the body's incredible. We know for sure that the body heals itself, but we know that the body needs to be full of alignment. It needs to be without spinal blockages for healing to happen. So as spinal flow practitioners, what spinal flow practitioners learn is to find these blockages, to locate them, but then to help their clients release them so they're no longer there. We work with the spinal flow technique to release blockages, but bring in the spinal wave that goes through the system to create more ease and more flow of, I call it, life force energy, the spinal wave, because that's the healing intelligence that's inside us. So how to find a spinal blockage, I teach my spinal flow practitioners and students how to find a spinal blockage. There's three ways. One is we do a gateway assessment. So we assess the 7 gateways. The gateways are the different regions of the spine. So there's assessments that we do. Like for example, for the pause gateway, we know there's a blockage if when you turn your head to one side and you turn your head to the other side, if there's more movement one side, if there's more pain in one area, we know that there may be a blockage in this area. So that's one of the assessments we do. Another way we look for blockages is posture. We look to see what's happening with our client's posture. Like, is their ear levels? Are their ears level? Are their shoulders level? Is their pelvis? What's happening with is the neck appearing forward? That gives us an indication of not just if there's a blockage in the system, but how long it's been there. And the most important way to find a blockage is to feel it. So I teach my practitioners how to actually feel when an area is blocked. And how we do that is like a joint. And these are joints. This spinal column is joints. They're all joints. There's 33 movable bones, and between them is joints. So a blockage feels like a stuck joint, a sprained, a strained. It feels like it's not moving how it should be. A normal joint should move like that. You can see my hand there. There's good movement there. As long as we're moving like that, there's not a blockage there. But when it's hard and stuck, we can assume there's a blockage there. And we can, we learn as well how to feel the 3 types of blockage: the chemical blockages, the physical blockage, and the emotional blockages, because they all feel differently. Chemical blockages, for example, feel a bit more like there's a hardness and a blockage through there, but the chemical feels like it's a bit gooey and marshmallowy. If it's an emotional blockage, it feels a little bit more ropey. And when it's a physical blockage, it feels more bony. So I teach my practitioners how to feel that as well. And so the beauty of that is that they learn to basically, when their clients are lying down on their tummy, to run their hands down, to palpate and actually see exactly where blockages are stored in their clients. And this is huge information, firstly, to let our clients know that, hey, I get why you've got a headache. There's a blockage with the pause gateway. Or I get why you've got back pain. There's a blockage in your foundation gateway. And how I know this is because I felt it. Remember, I showed you how it felt. I could see with the assessment that there was a blockage in the assessment. There was reduced movement, but also there was changes in your posture. I teach my practitioners how to not just feel, do the assessments, do a posture, so we can explain to our clients exactly what we feel. Then, as we go into the healing session, one of the biggest things we're looking to do is to release blockages. And so you learn how to monitor the change, how to feel when a blockage is shifting, when it's changing, when it's releasing, when it's healing, and how to communicate that back to your client. So, in summary, spinal blockages are at the foundation of the Spinal Flow Technique. It's everything that I speak about, I teach about, and it's my belief as well that when there's a spinal blockage, that's what interferes with healing in the body. It interferes with our health. And so as long as there's a spinal blockage in our system, we've got interference, we've got lack of life flow, and it's harder to heal. So health and healing happen when we are free of interference and free of blockages. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. My aim and my mission is to help healing and suffering in the world by helping people release blockages and training spinal flow practitioners to locate spinal blockages so they can help their clients release them as well. I want to thank you for watching this video, and if you're a practitioner or you're in the healing world and you want to learn more, then join me with the Spinal Flow Technique so I can show you how to feel and analyze and understand the nervous system. And if you're here for your own healing journey, then the less blockages you have in your system, the more health and the more healing you have in your life.